these stalkers, just like they don't fucking care. It's like, you know, you're just a sacrifice, you know, it's all about them. um so it hit close to home. But I guess that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to make a short video. I'm walking Pepper right now. I am talking about her because I'm walking her. But I wanted to explain that because I understand we're all in pain. I'm not trying to trivialize anything. Yeah, and I know she didn't mean that. You know, she's probably in a lot of pain, and you know, she's just like, you know, I'm bleeding out here, and this guy is calmly talking about his dog. But trust me, guys, you know, when I talk on these videos, yeah, I try and remain calm. Like, they're hitting me right now in the chest. They're hitting me in both sides of the jaw. You know, they're V2K'ing me, so I hear them on V2K. But I try and focus on these videos in the positive things I can do. You know, sometimes you'll see me and I'll be like, I'll be in a lot of pain, and I'll just, that's the only thing I'll be able to talk about. But I really try and pull myself together for these videos, talk about what's happening to me, and just hold it together, you know, because we have to. I mean, it's very easy. It's, you know, I was thinking tonight, I was just thinking, like, you know, 5 years ago I felt lost. I felt lost because of this stuff. Like, you know, what am I doing? This is a waste of time. You know, I had the V2K and it was crazy, and it's like, what, you know, what am I gonna, how am I gonna get out of this in my life? And it's 5 years later, and that wasn't even the beginning. I mean, that was like 4 years into it or whatever, or 3 years into it. I felt lost 5 years ago, you know, when it got bad in the house that I moved into. And it's like, I was just thinking tonight, I was like, man, you know, if I was lost back then, I was being tortured then, like, what's going to happen to me then? It's like, where am I now? You know, I scream at the V2K, and they're like, you know, today I was just like yelling at my main organizer. He's got, you know, a couple of voices on there, his wife's, the evil woman, I think another female voice, which might be her modifying it, the evil woman, and then like another male voice, definitely, and maybe like one other male voice. So there's a lot of voices on there. And, you know, I was yelling at them and just, I mean, shouting in my car at the top of my lungs, because I was so angry, and they had amped up my emotions with remote neural monitoring. And I heard them after I did that. It's like they got so calm, and they were like, we got him, we gotta do this, dude, don't you see he's crazy? And it was like they were on heroin. And I know I've told you all this before, but it's like at that point when I was yelling at the top of my lungs and I was so angry, I don't think you could have made them angry. They reached a point where they were like, yeah, we gotta do this. And it was like listening to a heroin addict, you know, because they were calmed down. Like, when I get very angry, they calm down. When I'm calm, they're super angry. You know, my main organizer gets super angry. He'll even yell at, you know, his wife's voice. I don't know if that's part of the dialogue to get me more involved, or if it's really happening. But you know, it's like I realize how evil they feed off of this. You know, they feed off of this, and it's just like it's a terrible thing. You know, so it's really hard for me. I'm not. You know, when I'm not on these videos, and people say it, like I've had my friend in the city, and I know some people on the conference call notice it. When I get on these videos, like, I really do try and put on a brave face. If you talk to me on the phone, you know, I'm trying to be more realistic on the phone, but you guys got to understand, you know, I'm talking to a lot of people on these videos. There is hope in this. So, you know, I'm trying to do the best I can so we can all kind of learn about this and keep level-headed about it. I have days and times when it's just like, I'll be talking to somebody on the phone who's like, I want to do this, this, and this about it, and I'm like, that's not going to work, man. You know, that's just not going to happen. You're not going to be able to catch these people, or, you know, if you do get a policeman out there, they're going to, you know, be against you. So, you know, there are times when I'm negative about things, and on the conference call sometimes I get angry. I'll get on there and I'll be like, these people are pieces of shit, and they just murderers, and they're just disgusting, and but when I get on these videos, and when I'm talking to them, I've never said worse things to my attackers. I've never felt that way about any human beings in the world ever. I'm always nice. I'm always kind to people, but they're murdering me. They're splitting me up from my family. They almost killed my dad. I know that, and like my whole family will deny it for the rest of their lives, and they will deny that this is going on. So I get really angry. It's just I have a different style. I have a different style when I get on these videos, and I really want to be transparent about it. I want to explain it to y'all. And if you do talk to me personally one day, I mean, you'll see the difference. There's a difference with me on the phone with you and me on the videos. But I want to be transparent about it. I usually want to speak about hopeful things that are happening in my life, or talk about the kind of pain. But I can't sit there. If I sit here and I'm just like, the back of my head, I feel nauseous right now. It's not much of a video. And this is no offense to somebody, but somebody has videos where he'll just show himself being attacked by the weaponry and holding his head, and it's like I watch those and I'm like, okay, but I mean, we're not, you're being, and I guess that's useful too. I mean, it's useful to show what's happening, and I know he's in pain. That's not what I'm going to be doing on these videos. I'm not going to just, I guess maybe I will one day if they get me hard enough. I might be just curled over showing y'all a video of me going but see, while I'm at this point and I can stand up and I can talk and I feel pain, but I can fight it, I want to make as many positive videos as I can, and I think that's what we all have to do, with our situations. That's what I think I was saying that on the video I deleted. I feel like making videos now. There might be a time where for like a week I don't feel like making videos, where I can't make videos, where I'm, but I'll probably make videos then, because my mindset is just show everything. I don't know why I'm starting to delete videos. It was just talking about the chips, and that's something I need to check out first. I do know that the magnet therapy to the eye, 2 hours a day, it is helping. Like it made me feel the best I've felt in a couple of years. I do know that is a certainty, but I just can't be sure with the way this guy works, my main organizer. I can't be sure if he's seeing me do something different and he wants to go ahead and make me think that's what's working, so just take off the defenders and do that, and then once the defenders are off for a while, then he can amp up the remote neural monitoring and make me very angry, or hurt me more. One thing that hasn't changed though is like the attacks to my stomach and my chest when they try and do that, or my head actually, like the beam attacks that I felt were beam attacks are a lot lighter. The V2K is kind of consistent, and the remote neural monitoring is still kind of consistent, but those things that I thought were beam attacks and pain have kind of dwindled down, which I don't know why, and I don't know why that would be connected to me putting a magnet, on my eye, and so that's where the question kind of lies to me, like what's going on. But I had a pretty good day. Watching a movie like that, I think that's just going to hit close to home for us. It's very scary because I see people that I can't talk to. These people, like, they are not, they're sending microwave hearing to me, and they are, hurting me, and they're just like, fuck this guy, fuck his head up. I'll hear, fuck this guy, fuck his head up. I heard one of them say, what did I hear the evil lady say today? She said, carve him up. Like, she said, carve him up. Like, this was before the movie. I was going to see this movie, this violent movie, which I saw some families bringing like 5-year-olds into it, which, it has nothing to do with me or my stalking or anything, but it's just, I was like, bad parenting. 5-year-olds in The Purge? Are you crazy? But that's off topic. But I did, when I was in the kitchen before I left for the movie, the evil lady goes, carve him up, So that's what I'm dealing with. You know, these people, they can't be talked to. They can't be reasoned with. You know, if you insult them and call them evil, then it gets even worse. And I'm just reminded of, you know, Bill Cooper did a speech in Michigan, and we should watch that. Every TI should watch that. It's a Lansing, Michigan speech by Bill Cooper, where he talks about people like this, and he says, you know, you're not going to get anywhere by calling these people evil. And he's not talking about microwave attackers, but he's talking about who he thinks are the elite, or in fraternal organizations, you know, kind of doing evil stuff in our, not kind of doing a lot of evil stuff in our society, you know, secretly, social engineering, trying to kind of rig the game, and you know, they'll hurt people and kill people. And he's like, you know, nobody who's doing anything thinks they're evil. So he said, you know, we got to change our language. And it's hard for us, because for normal people, for me, for y'all, this is evil. To kill somebody, to sacrifice them for money or whatever, or they feel good because of it, it's evil. But he had some good points where it was just like, you're not going to get through to him. I don't think we're going to get through to him anyway. I think we're going to have to defend ourselves and stop the program. I don't think they'll listen to anything, even if you try and befriend them and say, hey, I kind of know where you're coming from. I mean, even if you fake that, that doesn't really work. But you listen to him, and he makes a lot of sense about how these people don't think they're evil. They don't think they're evil. I mean, they lying about somebody, even if they're a good guy, if everybody's making money from it, and you know, it's experimenting with this equipment or getting whatever agenda they need fulfilled, they don't see it as evil. You know, my family's welfare and my welfare are not important to him. He sees that he has a bigger issue at stake, and that's crazy and evil to me. But to him, it's like, fuck you, fuck what you believe. You know, I'm going to kill you and hurt your family, and I'm making money for the city, or, you know, I'm doing what my, you know, wherever he learned this stuff from, I'm doing that. He doesn't see himself as evil. You know, he sees that he's getting done what needs to be done, which is, it's evil to me, because he's not even thinking about all the lives that he's hurting. But to him, he's not evil. You know, so that's a good speech to listen to. Bill Cooper's Lansing, Michigan speech. I guess, man, I mean, I've watched. It's funny. I was watching that Purge movie in the movie theater, and I was like, you know, I watched the other two movies with them torturing me. Like, that's how long they've been torturing me. I watched the other two movies. It was on TV. They were on, like, the PlayStation Network or whatever. But I watched those other two, like, you know, 2 years ago or whatever, while they were torturing me. And you know, it was that kind of effect. They were doing that, and I was, like, watching it, and I was like, this is hitting close to home. You know, crazy people doing crazy things, torturing people or killing them. You know, and it's weird, because the whole plot of the movie is that it's supposed to make America freer for the rest of the year, and they're really killing a lot of homeless people and stuff like that. So it's really this underlying thing of how they're, you know, getting people that they can't feed, and like really trying to help the economy or something by doing it. But they say that it's really to, you know, release people's evil, release the beast or whatever, which is insane to me. It's like insanity. Like, you can't live in a world like that. It doesn't work. It doesn't fix the economy. Any kind of gains that you make are going to be completely lost by insanity and everybody being in danger all the time. But it kind of hits close to home to this. So I don't know. I'm at 30 minutes, guys. What else do I have to talk about? I'll make another one tomorrow. But I want to say the magnet therapy is working. I hope you guys are doing good. Just wanted to explain to that person, you know, what I'm about, kind of. Maybe she doesn't know what I'm about on my videos. But things that may seem mundane to you are very important to me in my life, you know. So, you know, and I'm not jumping on her. I've talked to her, commented with her, and, you know, definitely not doing that. And I hope she's doing okay. I hope she's doing better. And, you know, we're all struggling, so we gotta just remember that. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. All right.